Good morning, everyone. This is Ganesh Kamanuri from Final Year BSc, and I'm so glad to be here to present a research paper completed by me and my professor Dr. Sahana Prasad. And title of the paper is Impact of COVID-19 on Digital Consumption of Different Age Groups in Bangalore, a Statistical Study. Under this study, we created a questionnaire of 12 to 15 variables, namely age group, education qualification, number of hours spent on digital media before lockdown and after lockdown, content they watch, and the source available and device available to them, and many more. So most we try to analyze the data to find whether there is a significant difference of mean hour spending according to age groups and education qualifications. We choose Bangalore is ideal for our research because Bangalore has a characteristics of developing, and most of the economical corridors are situated in Bangalore, IT sectors, and many more. So Bangalore is one of the ideal city to conduct a research related to the digital media, and people have the access and everything are available. So we choose Bangalore is one of the important area to define and conduct a research, particularly digital world. And if we so, since world is struggling with the COVID-19 and the way of living is completely changed as a result of this pandemic, the way of we living, the way we communicate, the way we get entertained, and everything is shifted to the digital world, and education also shifted to digital world. So we are very curious to identify is there any significant difference on the mean hours spent by people according to their age and education qualification. Since India undergo the lockdown of several months, so we are trying to analyze how this lockdown impacted the way of spending on digital consumption based on different age groups, education qualification, and related parameters. We used Voxplot, ANOVA, and density plots to analyze these parameters. Now moving on to the analysis part. First, we have a box plot of number of hours spent on digital media and respect to age group. First, we have a age group of 16 to 24 hours. In that, the mean value spent on digital media is 5 hours. And if you look at the data, it is positively skewed. It says that the people are spending more than mean value. That is nothing but they are spending more than 5 hours in a day on digital media under the age group of 16 to 24 years. We can also notice there are few outliers which indicate that there are extreme values which not come under the limit of a box plot. Now comes to 25 years to 40 years, the mean average year spending on digital media is 5 hours under the age group of 25 to 40, and the data is little positive is good. It says that little more than little amount of people are spending more than 5 hours in a day. If you look at the 41 to 60 years, the data is normalized. The mean value is around 3 hours in a day, shows that all the people under the age group of 40 to 60 years are spending 3 hours in a day on digital consumption. If you look at the 60 and above, the mean value of spending is 5 hours, but the data is little negatively skewed. It says that most of the people are spending less than the mean values in age group of 60 and above. Next, we have a box plot of education qualification and number of hours they spent on digital media. If you look at the qualification of intermediate and below, the mean average spent is 5 hours in a day, and we can also notice a few outliers in the data. And it is little positively skewed, says that people under this category are tending to spend more than 5 hours in a day. If you look at the qualification of masters, the data is normalized, and the mean hours spent is 5 hours in a day. So most of the people under qualification of masters are spending 5 hours in a day on social media consumption. Since PhD values we get very less, we are unable to interpret the PhD values. If you look at the UG values, the mean hours spent is 5 hours, but it is positively skewed, says that most of the people under the category of UG are spending more than the mean values in a day. We can also notice few outliers, and these are the extreme values which can't be in the range of box plot. Next, we move on to the density plot. This density plot is constructed based on the age groups. So this sky blue line indicates the density plot of 40 to 60 years, says that most of the people have a probability of uh, consuming 3 hours in a day, the probability of 20%, and it's gradually declining as number of hours increasing. Next comes the age group of 60. The pink line indicates the age group of 60, says that most of the people under this age group has a probability of consume spending on digital media is 20%. That is number of hours is 5 hours. So 5 hours, the probability is 20%. And the next we have the age group of 16 to 24 and 40 to 60. Orange and green are respectively explain about the 16 to 24 and 40 to, I mean 24 to 40, sorry. So if you look at the density plot, the average hour spending is 5 hours, and the probability is around 10 to 15%. So most of the people has a probability of 10 to 15% spending on digital media, and number of hours is 5. So if you come to the next density plot, this density plot is built on the education qualification and number of hours they spend. If you look at almost every density plot have a probability of 10, more than 10 at the mean value of 5. So most of the people, irrespective of their qualification, have a probability of spending 10 to 15% to the mean value. And if you look at on the right hand side, we have a plot which explains about the age group, number of hours spent on the media, and their qualification. So if you look at the 16 to 24 years of age, we have a different qualifications, and the number of hours spent is gradually increasing up to 20 hours in a day. So we have from 0 hours to 20 hours in a day with respect to the education qualification and number of hours they spent. And if you look at the 25 to 40 years, we have a very limited spending hours, that is around 10%, and it is distributed with the different qualifications. And we move on to the analysis of variance, shortly ANOVA. Under ANOVA, we have a two hypothesis, which is null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis states that there is a no significant difference in the mean value spent on digital media according to age group. Alternative state that there is a significant difference in the mean values. Since p-value is less than 0.05, a critical value at 95% confidence level, we reject the null hypothesis and state and conclude that there is a significant difference in the mean hours spent on digital media for different age group. This indicates about the before lockdown. So before lockdown, we are accepting alternative hypothesis and concluding there is a significant difference in the mean hours spent according to the age group. Since there is a significant difference, we go to the two key honesty significant difference test. Under this test, we come to conclusion that age group of 16, 24 and 40, 60 have a significant difference in the number of hours they spent on the digital media, and age group of 40, 60 and 25 to 40 have a significant difference. These two age groups have a significant difference in the mean hours spent on digital media. And this hypothesis is during lockdown, same. We have a same null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis as previous. Here p-value is 0.38, which is greater than 0.05 at the critical value at 95% confidence interval. So we accept null hypothesis and conclude that there is a significant effect of age group. Sorry, there is no significant effect of age group on the mean value of spending digital consumption. Since we are accepting null hypothesis here, we conclude that there is a no significant difference on mean values based on different age groups on digital media consumption. So by combining these two conclusions, initially before lockdown and before COVID and after COVID, we conclude that there is a significant difference in the mean values of digital consumption among different age groups. But after COVID, there is no significant difference. This states that there is a significant difference. This co There is a significant difference in the mean hours spent by different age groups before COVID and after. There is no significant difference after COVID. It states that this COVID pandemic has influenced the age people or uh, habituated every age group into the digital world. So every age group is spending on digital consumption during the pandemic. This pandemic has increased the digital consumption irrespective of age group. And next we have a two-way ANOVA which we study combined effect of age group and education qualification. Under this the p-value is 0.807 which is greater than 0.05. So we are accepting the null hypothesis and state that there is no effect of education qualification on the digital media consumption. So irrespective of any qualification, there is no difference in spending hours. And we conclude that only age group has a significant effect, but there is no significant effect on the uh, qualification. And so that we analyzed from the data what we got by using the analysis of variance, and the data what we used was primary and sampling was random. Many factors were considered or analyzed like age group, education qualification, and number of spent time, and so on. The analysis clearly there is a significant trend increasing in the number of mean hours spent on digital media by different age groups. So thus we conclude that this pandemic has influenced the mean hours spending on digital consumption irrespective of the age group, but education qualification doesn't play any role in the mean hours spent. And these are the references which we used to get an idea how this pandemic influenced and how this pandemic changed the research ideologies, digital consumption, and everything. And that's all. Thank you so much. I'm thanking on behalf of my professor and for giving such a wonderful opportunity to be take part in the conference. Thank you.